Welcome back, guys, to Trails Through Daybreak. Well, last episode, we dealt with some tourist trouble as we tracked down two people who were trying to head towards the palace currently occupied by Armata, finding one harassed by some monsters before locating the other about to be killed by the Jaeger Corps Scorpions of Zahat, showing them our might to save the duo. We now continue our Oración sweep from the outdoor market. My parents just don't get it. Going to the movies doesn't get in the way of my studies whatsoever. And it doesn't make me undignified or ungraceful either. How can my parents say that? Oh right, I almost forgot that my old friend is back home. I haven't seen her in ages. Seems like she's living her life the way she wants to. Maybe I can learn a thing or two from her when we get together. That man's arms are gonna fall off.
You there. Let me talk to you for a minute.
Your vegetables. That's not what I want. Welcome. I know things are tough out there, but you can't live on an empty stomach. Business hasn't been great lately, so I decided to hold a bargain sale. Grab whatever vegetables you want before the prices go up. Come on, come one, come all. One of my suppliers will be delivering more vegetables tonight, so get as much as you want.
Looking is always free, you know.
Vegetable chips. That's going to put me even closer. Prime beef, Steph. No.
Come back for more anytime.
Maybe I could... Maybe there's a significant... There probably is a significant overcap.
Whew, I am stuffed.
I only need 760 more points. Excuse me, would you like one of my handmade accessories? Not to toot my own horn, but people often say they're pretty cute. Oh, but you don't have to buy anything, of course. Just if you feel like it. Is there a gift for Yume here? I learned how to make arts and crafts at a gospel facility. I never thought it'd become my livelihood. Those slinkies, what are they? Locals and tourists alike have been buying them. Makes me so happy, and also a little embarrassed. They're abyssworm babies. It's a gift for Aaron. A pyroxene bracelet? Glittering stones. Fancy ring, a twinkling ring, an elder's hunting cap. We do need that. Worn by a wealthy older gentleman.
This market's got everything.
Confirming your schedule.
What? You expecting thanks?
Yes. Yes, I am. Alright, the next shop is Timo's Fish. These fish were caught in Meseldam. Anyone want some? They just come in this morning.
Why, hello.
Roast trout. Oh my god, that's going to leave me short.
Thank you.
What's going on here? Barely short. 120 gourmet points. That incident should serve as a reminder that we all need to live every day to the fullest. We should make the most out of every moment that passes us by. Life is precious, but also fleeting. Okay, that's enough philosophizing for one day. Time to buy some groceries so I can make delicious food for my darling daughter. There's gotta be something fun to do around here. I know there's a movie theater somewhere. I like shopping with Mummy, but I do that every day. I want to shake things up.
This stuff's straight from the Free City. Don't miss it.
Import me some food, Ungern. Hey, looking for imported goods from the Free City. I've got stuff from Le Mans and Remeferia. The Republic might be going through a rough patch, but we solo traders got to keep going. The flow of goods might dry up due to the state of emergency, so I'm here to help if that happens. I normally drop by the Republic once a month for a whole week, so I can accommodate you during that time. I got here right before the incident, but business here hasn't changed one bit. I hear everyone in the Free Cities is talking about all the terrorist attacks, but it feels like people here are treating it like it's some distant thing. You're dressed in the anti-immigrant uniform, by the way. A white knit cap for Katra. Do we need that?
Come again.
Well, I bought it.
Confirming your schedule.
Thank you.
Oh, that's enough to level you up. ATS plus 7, ADF plus 7. Studious Prodigy. And that should be the sweep of this district complete at this point, at this juncture. Unless there's people in those houses over there. People that I didn't do a double dialogue for. I was a bit suspicious over there. But being this close to having my food maxed out, I'm wondering if there's another vending machine somewhere around. That would probably give me the thing that would be enough.
Right. We're nearly there.
Where are we near?
Kids are always so full of energy.
Ah! Earl's Orphanage. Ah, I see now. Is something the matter, Van? Nah, I'm good. We've got no business here, so why don't we head someplace else? I'll race you there. Wait up, Jean. The others still aren't. Come on, last one there's a rotten egg. Ah! Crap. Phew, close call. Gotta be more careful, kiddo. That's what you get for not paying attention, as usual. Thanks for catching him, Grampy. Don't call me that. Yeah, you big time, Grampy. He's gonna be dead inside within 2 years. Wanna play with us? We can play tag, hide and seek, or... Sorry, kid, but I don't got time to be playing around. Yes, you do. Old people always have lots of free time. I ain't taking this crap. They're cute, aren't they? Very much so. I'm glad he wasn't hurt. Seeing them reminds me of my little brother and sister. They're adorable. You're funny, Grampy. Can you play with us, pretty please? What the? Where'd you two come from? They've really taken a liking to him, haven't they? They're practically swarming him. Well, aren't you, Mr. Popular Grampy? You shut your mouth. Don't let him escape. We won't. What's going on out here? Are you kids causing trouble for other people again? Oh, a visitor. Wait, is that you, Van? What? Hang on a sec. Long time no see. Is that Flona? Instead of Fiona. Who would have thought our favorite little troublemaker would grow into such a fine young man? It makes me want to burst into tears. So Van grew up here. It's just been one big homecoming for you, hasn't it? No wonder you've been looking all sentimental this whole time. I have not been looking sentimental. I'm guessing he lived here until he became an adult. No, he left Oración long before that. Someone from far away adopted him. If memory serves, that was about 14 years ago. I was just a supporting caregiver back then. Director Arkride was the one in charge. Arkride? So that's where your surname comes from. Yep, didn't feel like wasting time figuring up a name, so I just went with the first one that came to mind. Now that I think about it, he's never once talked about the people who took him in. Young Van was always the center of attention, and he got along very well with children outside the orphanage. I see that part hasn't changed one bit. You have so many people working with you. From the bottom of my heart, I thank you all for supporting him. Ah, trust me, he supports us much more than we do him. I don't exactly work with him, I'm just kinda along for the ride. Have you all had lunch yet? You're more than welcome to join us if you haven't. It's lovely of you to offer, but we've got something we gotta take care of. That's too bad. Perhaps next time then. Oh, one more thing. You aren't having any trouble running the place, right? Any money woes? None whatsoever, thankfully. The cathedral is close, so people from the church do a lot to help us. We also receive a large donation from an anonymous benefactor every year. Oh, that's nice. Is it from a charity organization or something? I'm not sure. They've never reached out to us, so I don't know who they are. All we have are the sender headers on the digital receipts, which only say, from SPG. Wait, that's... Yeah, nice to hear there's still good people in the world. What a goody two-shoes. I don't get why he feels the need to hide it. How very him. You're leaving? Aww. Can you stay a little longer? Sorry, kiddos. It ain't easy being an adult. A lot of responsibilities. You'll do me a favor. Play your little hearts out while you're still a kid, or you'll regret it later. Okay, we can play with you sometime too. You'll come back, right, mister? Sure, at some point. I'll get out of your hair now. We'll be in the city for another few days. We'll try and come back before we leave. That would be lovely. Please take care of yourselves. If we don't succeed, then we'll succeed. I know we will. The goodiest of two shoes. Are you Miss Flona's friends? Family? I don't know who you are, but I like you. Let's play something. I love playing with new people.
Okay.
I want to play in all kinds of places, but everyone says going somewhere by myself is dangerous. But Jean and Sophie take me to the market sometimes, so I love them. Thanks for before, Grampy. I swear, Jean's got more energy than he knows what to do with. Come on now, Jean. Say thank you to Grampy. I was just about to do that. Thanks a bunch, Grampy. I'm being gaslit here. Just call me Van or Big Bro if you want. By the way, Grampy, you know Miss Flona, right? Weren't you listening to them too? Miss Flona said Grampy grew up here. For real? Wow, that means we're orphanage buddies. Now you gotta play with us. I'll consider it, but I ain't doing nothing if you keep calling me that. These kids are so full of life. Man. Sophie says I ought to be more responsible, but I'm the one with a job. When I have a boatload of money saved up, she won't be saying that anymore. Delivering newspapers is a bunch of fun. I get to ride around the whole city and make tons of friends. I'd like to hear about what the orphanage was like back when you grew up here. Miss Flona talks about the old director sometimes. He sounded so cool. Please don't go. Miss Flona wants to talk to you more. And I want to too. I don't know where Mummy went, but everyone here is really nice to me and it's warm here, so I'm okay. Ooh. Still hasn't quite come to grasp of it. Ooh. I'm so glad you came to visit us. I certainly didn't expect it. Can't say I saw it coming either. Glad I dropped by though. It's good to see that things are same old around him. Except for you being director, of course. Wait, what happened to Director Arkride anyway? Sadly, he passed on a few years ago. He's with the goddess now. He left this place to me and I've been running it ever since. Although I don't know if I'm doing as good a job as him. Well, for my money, I think you're doing him proud. Looking at the kids' beaming faces makes that clear as day. Means a lot to hear you say that, Van. Well, I won't keep you. I know you have important business to attend to. Just know you're welcome here anytime. I'd love to sit down and catch up with you sometime. Thanks, I'll do my best to make sure that happens. This place is so important to him. I know you have something you must take care of. Though, if you ever get the chance, we'd love to have you here. There is much I'd like to talk to you about. What do you think, like, Van's old bed was, you know? Where does that go? Into nowhere. That must be the director's room, then. Van's home? Originally. Essentially. Right, then. That is the whole of this area done. So now we move back to the other district we're part of, where Ouroboros are just beating. Plus an old ex-enforcer. And there's a weird sub-event up here, too. In Ballon Boudouin. Jacobin's group always gets things done. Oh, we must get our message out to the ignorant masses. Why are you giving me those looks? Do you perhaps think that I'm up to something suspicious? Then allow me to set the record straight. I'm just doing my duty as a descendant of the old Calvard nobility. And that duty is the eradication of the filth that seeks to destroy the customs of old. Mark my words, we will cleanse our city of those vile immigrants. Equality of all races be damned. I can't believe what I'm hearing. He's not even trying to hide his content. You don't often see people be so outwardly racist these days. This guy legit doesn't think he's doing anything wrong. I will never understand why our noble ancestors were stripped of their power. I know the royal family was overthrown in the revolution, but the classes system could have prevailed. It didn't have to be upended to make way for these filthy immigrants. From niceness at the orphanage to that. So you guys, What? There are fools making a mess of the underground areas. Yeah, I saw them myself. We can't let them screw around on our home turf. If it is as you say, then I'm in complete agreement. I say we send them back to wherever they came from. We'll show them the might of the High Bloods. We'll do as the nobles of old did with intruders. Subjugate and dispose. Shit, not these guys again. Guess I should have realized we might run into them here. This is their home turf after all. Doesn't sound like they've learned their lesson. They're up to something for sure. I guess I ought to keep an eye on them. They've got a lot of guts messing around on our home turf. Guess it's up to us to teach them a lesson. We won't let these fools run wild on our turf. It shouldn't be hard to crush them, should it come to that. Perhaps this is a good opportunity to show people that we mean business, and that we're far superior to that old High Bloods gang. We shall do what the nobles do. Subjugate, destroy. Oh god. Language. The language you use. I heard an entire village was annihilated. How is that even possible? Well, I believe this shall serve as a grim reminder that we must never let the lower class hold power. After all, the mafia is made up of low-born fools, no? This is undeniable proof that when those of lower standing achieve power and wealth, they will resort to barbaric behavior. Like, this is fine. And then everything changed. Hotel Leclerc's. What's going on in here then?
It's on us to teach them.
Teach them what? There's been some hubbub about the Oración Trust Bank lagging behind the banks in the capital and Lomport. The people spreading that garbage need to look beyond the simple numbers. There's more to finance than assets and liabilities. For example, the price of land in Oración is far through the roof, as are the average savings of its citizens. Public trust is also high. Our growth may not be rapid, but it is stable. My money, I think we're doing an excellent job supporting our country's economy. Greetings, welcome to Hotel Leclerc. If you're here to book a room, then I'm sorry, you have to make reservations in advance. The reservation system was put in place to ensure the safety of our guests. We hope you understand. We're nearly fully booked, and there have been a large number of dinner parties here lately. It's been hard for people to reserve rooms. Getting a lot of single dialogue in here. Not a vending machine anywhere around, is there? Well, there's 1,000 health for everyone riding on it. Welcome to Hotel Leclerc. Do you have business with one of our guests? If you do, please talk to one of our staff members. They'll be able to connect you to them. As far as lodgings are concerned, we use a reservation system. VIPs from around the country and celebrities use our hotels, so we hope you understand. Oh, you didn't want to sell me anything? Ho ho! Who's this? On that you have nothing to fear, I assure you. We have no shortage of personnel. Then proceed according to our agreement. We shall be accommodating to your needs, within reason, of course. Many thanks. I hope this will serve as the start of a long-lasting relationship with your organization. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. Oh, if it isn't the good people of Arkride Solutions. It isn't even lunchtime and you're already up to no good. What the hell are you calling Rene? What kind of bullshit are you two cooking? I would thank you to not call me by my name while I'm on duty, or even when I'm off for that matter. Kincaid? Oh, that's the guy from the CID. He's the presidential aide, right? Tell me, why might a government official be having a friendly chat with an executive of Hayway? We were simply going over the events of this morning. That's all. As in what that Hercules unit did. Indeed, to be more specific, we were forming an agreement to ensure that such an event does not repeat. Desperate times call for desperate measures. After the incident, we realized a backup plan had to be put in place. Does that mean Hayway has already taken action? Yes, that's correct. We have men stationed all around the perimeter of Oración. We originally planned to bring them inside the city as reinforcements, but as you know, the rules strictly forbid such a thing. Makes sense. Guessing you're planning to seize control of the city as soon as this is all done. The thought crossed my mind, though there's no guarantee we would be successful even if we did try. You really are a sneaky son of a bitch. I want to ask you something, Van. Are you thinking up an escape plan for the people of Oración? If you are, I would advise against doing so. I know you're an expert at finding loopholes, but now is the time to hedge our bets. I know. That goes without saying. Van. While we're at it, I'll advise you both to keep your scheming to a bare minimum. I know you glasses-wearing types do that shit on the regular, but, stop. How rude. That sort of caricature borders on prejudice. Wouldn't you agree, Kincaid? Don't put me in the same category as him. I mean, your colour scheme fits being purple and all. It's like, yeah, it's been quite interesting to see how the factions have a colour scheme that are fitting each other. The purple between Sao and Yin as well. It's not uncommon for the government and Heiwei to form friendly agreements when necessary. In fact, the previous administration was quite helpful during the days when I was in Crossbell. The current government is very agreeable as well. However, we are all quite wary of the current president. We have to be careful while he's in power.
Okay.
Wary of him, are you? Alright then. Not too many more people to speak to.
Very important.
That person's dad is very important. Are you guys travelers? Do you want your shoes shined? I'll do it for 50 mirror each. How about it? I'm trying to earn some money so I can help my mum. She's really sick. Poor kid. Yep, the wealth disparity in this city is pretty brutal. This kind of thing ain't uncommon in Oración.
Well,
How about I show you around the city? You don't even have to tip me if you don't want to. I'm just happy helping people. Though I'd be grateful if you did. My sister's income isn't enough to cover mum's medical expenses, so I'm trying to earn a little money myself. Kind of wish there was a donate button right now. Kid's well-meaning. Not straight up a beggar, wants to work for it. I can't believe Cray Village is gone. Not even the children were spared. I've looked after many kids in gospel facilities over the years, so this is heartbreaking for me. We must protect the orphanage here at all costs. I've supported it for many years and I won't let anything happen to it. I'm sure there's a few people from Cray Village who have lost their families and homes. I'd like to reach out to those people and help them in some way. I'm already thinking about getting in touch with the church in the capital so we can figure out how we can support them. When I heard the news of the tragedy, it didn't feel real at first. That's why I've come here, both to pray and to face reality. Just because Oración is safe doesn't mean we can turn a blind eye to what happened. Doing that would be wrong. But it's still so difficult. I'm trying to put on a brave face for my son, but I'm not sure if it's all that convincing. I go to the Grand Cathedral every week, but this time everyone looks sad. Even Mummy looks down in the dumps. What should I do? Should I act sad too? No, that'd just make Mummy even sadder. We're currently holding a memorial mass for all the lives that were lost in the attack on Cray Village. Many are mourning for our fallen Calvardian brothers and sisters. The bishop is hosting the mass. He will offer a few words of prayer so that they may find peace. Anyone who wants to pray alongside him is welcome. So everything in this area, there's no
Adios.
hidden vending machine near the cathedral.
Looks like Vashtar Palace.
I really want this last bit so I can get that 1000 health. I just can't believe it. Well, I suppose I'm not going to the capital now. Yes, the state of emergency is still in effect in Edith, I'm afraid, so I don't think you'll be able to spend your vacation there. Perhaps you can spend it here in Oración instead. I know it's not what you had planned, but there's plenty of things to do around the city. I'm sure your husband would feel better about that anyway, given the current state of affairs. What on earth are you talking about? Do you really think I'm feeling sad simply because I cannot go to the capital? How can I be worried about my vacation plans when so many people were just taken from us? My apologies, I should have realized you weren't concerned about that. As long as you understand. Now then, shall we go in and pray? I think I'll be able to return to my day-to-day life with peace of mind once I know the departed are resting by the goddess's side. There is no high or low standing when it comes to praying for those who have lost their lives. I want to pray for everyone for a while. Then I'll have to get ready for that social club tonight. I still can't believe they're holding those events at a time like this. I have to attend it in my husband's place, even though it feels as if the world is on fire. Her husband would not normally approve of her mingling with the lower class, but I believe an exception can be made in this case. There's no harm in praying with everyone. However, she must attend the rest of the events as planned. She may not want to, but she has to. Olivia might be your favorite minor NPC storyline in this game. It's just, she's been around all the time. She's traveling with us too, so... Olivia Ton over here. One of our very own bracers died fighting that mafia group. Actually, I don't think the term mafia group fits them anymore. They're terrorists, plain and simple. They must be stopped at all costs. And I believe the CID's Special Ops Division can take them out once and for all. I wouldn't call them that. I call them like an assassin clan, really, because that's basically what they are. Those terrorists are still at large, so we have to do our utmost to protect the citizenry. We also have many tourists coming into our city every day. I promise that we won't let you people down. You can't do anything about it, Senior Officer Iron. Sorry about it, but you can't. As always, Oración is at the mercy of the whims of the upper class. While the capital has adopted a number of technological advancements, this place is stuck in the past, and the people seem content with that. And of course, the people at the bottom of the social ladder are the ones who suffer the most as a result. I hate taking business trips to this place. I just want to be back home already. How do you enjoy your meal? One of my father's regular clients invested in that restaurant, you know. It's acceptable, I suppose, but I'd much rather receive a gift in the form of a princess's dress and tiara rather than a cuisine. It's every girl's dream to travel the world while being dressed like the princess of the old kingdom. Oh, well, I'm sure we can make that happen. I'll ask Father right away. I'll make your dreams come true. Promise. Don't make promises you don't know you can keep. I think I'll keep my expectations in check. Who would have thought my fiancée would be so demanding? Father made an interesting choice, that's for sure. But no matter, I will do whatever I must to make my future bride's dreams come true. It's every girl's dream to be a princess. They're prim, proper, elegant, beautiful, and intelligent. Most importantly, they always have a dashing prince by their side. Can Manuel really be the prince of my dream? We're redoing this again, though.
Let's see.
Yes, so there's another board which hints that there's going to be a 4SPG on that board. But now we've checked out the entirety of this area, except for
Calvard's traditions.
the Ouroboros meeting that's taking place up
We
top.
hope you enjoy shopping with us today.
Oh, it's been much too long since we saw each other last. I've missed you ever so much. I can hardly believe that our darling little Ren has grown into such a refined young lady. Brings a tear to my eye.
Still as melodramatic as ever, I see. You haven't changed at all, Retzi. And that goes for you as well, Walter. You really ought to learn how to dress like an adult.
Retzi. Nah, screw that. I got myself a badass new bike, so I'm gonna dress the part. Besides, at least I'm not a fashion disaster like this old asshole. He stands out. It's like a poisonous frog kind of thing got going on there.
That's par for the course with Elroy. Though I do hear his behavior has worsened as the years have gone by.
You don't know the half of it, sweetie. He has become increasingly temperamental. More so than even McBurn.
I'd appreciate it if you didn't compare me to that demon. And I'm not the only one who's changed here. You have too, Ren. For better and for worse.
Why, thank you. That's the highest compliment I could receive from a man like you. After all, you only have eyes for yourself, so I must have grown quite a bit if it made an impression on you.
Hey now, I'm not that self-centered. Give me a little credit here. Anyway, you can live your life however you please. It's no skin off my back if you seek a mundane existence. But if you ever crave the life of the thrill again, give me a call. I'd be happy to challenge you in a game of slaughter.
You're on. But fair warning, when it comes to slaughtering, I have no equal.
Oh boy, am I about to witness the throwdown of the century? I'm not sure I should root for. Would it be wrong to cheer them both on? This is a department store, not the world's bloodiest coliseum. Oh, I didn't even see you there. Hello, everyone. Enjoying your morning stroll, I take it? Good job coming out on top yesterday. Got a nice reward prepared for you, and that's more 4SPGs. Already aware. We'll take care of them. Having fun reconnecting with your found family? Aaron. We're just catching up is all. I like to stay in touch with old friends. However, I do a good job keeping them at arm's length, unlike you with Hayaway. Wow, that's a low blow. So what are you all doing here? This isn't exactly a normal meetup spot. We all bumped into each other while buying stuff, and after checkout we decided to shoot the shit for a while. Ren purchased tea, I got boxing gloves, Lucretia brought perfume, and the boss picked out some cigars. One of my favorite perfumers sells their wares here, so I simply had to stop by. I was fresh out of cigars. Would have been in hot water if this place didn't stock them. But I was in luck. Well, I think we should be heading back to base. Where are you guys staying, by the way? You're my client, so I'd like to know where to reach out in case something comes up. A hotel in the North District. If you ever need me, you'll find me at their bar. Hope we see you again in the coming round. Phew, they may be friendly, but I always feel so tense around them. You always gotta watch out for those types, and that's especially true for the Oathbreaker. Marduk has tentatively labelled him an SS level threat. And I only say tentatively because his background and day-to-day activities are a complete mystery, even to us. I've heard bits and pieces and they don't paint the most flattering picture, to put it nicely. I'll have to be extra careful around him then. Both Walter and Retzi are formidable opponents, but compared with Harwood, they don't hold a candle. That's not to discount the other two, of course. They probably outmatch him in raw power. He's not a master martial artist like Walter, and he doesn't have any special powers like Retzi. However, he's still an Anguis, and you can never be too careful around them. I don't fully know what he's capable of, though, so that's about all the advice I can offer you. But I will share one little known fact. The Thousand Oathbreaker isn't his only title. He's also known as the Savant Lawbreaker. That sounds ominous. Any idea how he picked up that nickname? Well, most groups that have stood in his way have reportedly and conveniently been silenced. Those cases were labelled as unfortunate accidents, inexplicable internal strife, or something else to that effect. One such case involved a company with criminal connections making a series of asinine mistakes, resulting in crippling debt and ultimately ruin. The authorities wrote off the deaths as cause unknown or coincidental, but if you ask anyone from the underworld about it, they will tell you those assessments are patently false. So he commits all of these crimes, but he's never been charged with a single one of them. A slippery eel, that one. His crimes will catch up to him sooner or later, right? Well, I should be getting back to the guild. They're completely swamped right now. I wish you all luck. Make sure you come back safely, alright? We will. Thanks, Ren. Which means everyone's changed locations, and by the sound of it, they've moved off to the hotel as their next location. Oh no, someone's in it. Ren's here. I certainly didn't expect to run into them while I was out buying tea. It was kind of nice to catch up with Walter and Retzi. I've known them for a long time. But I wish I never knew Elroy. He's an especially popular in the society. Most prefer to keep their distance from him.
The highest quality that uphold Calvard's note.
You're in the society and people don't want anything to do with you. It's quite an interesting turn of events. Well, we have finished sweeping every area. We still have the Bracer Guild to visit as our last port of call after they called us. But everything is done, so we can move on with our death game again next time. Of course, we're going to check to see if we can actually talk to Ouroboros in the hotel before we do that, and maybe see if we can get this Prime Beast Essence somewhere, so I'll maybe look around the shops. You know how often I manage to actually do that kind of stuff. But with that said and done, we have finished another session of Trails Through Daybreak. Nuclear bombs are everywhere, both small and enough to take out the entire city of Oración. The Vice Capital, as they call it. Let's see how many more collars we can bag within the next week, within the next session. But until then, I say, bye-bye.